Today we're doing exercise 10.1 from the Admas book, Trigonometric Functions. I have divided this topic in this exercise into two parts. One is from question number 1 till question number 6, and I'm going to discuss about the explanation of this topic 1 till 6. Then I will again discuss, I will do the explanation for the further questions, like from question number 7 onward. Okay. For question number 1 till 6, what we need actually, this is like there is a confusion between some students have the problem to understand the question when we have a triangle, the right angle triangle. Okay, first of all, we have a right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, I would draw three types of triangle in the right angle. Sorry, three types of angle. The first, this angle is 90 degree, and that's why it's a right angle triangle. This angle is theta or x, is up to you, and this angle is obtuse angle. And students have the problem to understand, and I would like to explain in detail. This topic is a very important topic when we write the trigonometric ratios, when we have this obtuse angle and this angle also, this angle x. Okay, this 90 degree opposite is hypotenuse. I can write C, this is angle C, this is angle A, angle B, small letters, this is B, and this is here A. There is no problem here. Okay, what are the possibility, like how many formulas are there to be used here? Like first, trigonometric ratios I will move. As we know the SOHCAHTOA, like sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. That's called the SO, like SO, S, OS, SO. Then C, we have CA, CAH. Cos is opposite upon adjacent, and tan TOA, T opposite upon adjacent. Sorry, cos is opposite adjacent upon hypotenuse, sine opposite upon hypotenuse, and tan is opposite upon adjacent. So we are having this rules for the trigonometric ratios, and what is hypotenuse is opposite to 90 degree. What is opposite? Opposite is what? When we consider angle theta, the opposite is A. When we consider angle x, the opposite is B. I mean, we have to use according to the required angle. Okay, what is actually my target? My target is what is when we have, like when I want to write sine theta. What is sine theta equals to? The ratio. Sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, A upon C. Okay, I'm writing A upon C. Please, this is very important, important thing I'm going to do, and please be careful, because this is very simple. Next part is very important, cos theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is B upon C. Yes, there is no problem. Yeah, it's very simple, B upon C. And we have tan theta is opposite upon adjacent, A upon B. That's very simple, and that's very simple trigonometric ratios. The second part, second phase, and that's very important, like when I would ask you this, what is sine x? I'm writing here sine x. What is sine x? The sine x is B upon C. Good, okay. And cos x is A upon C, okay. And tan x is B upon A. Yes, B upon A. Actually, what I'm going to do here, when you consider this part, when this theta is about 30 degrees, what is this angle x? What is this angle x? We will write the sum of triangle is 180 degree. But when the 90 degree is there, we don't need to use sum of triangle 180 degree. We can do one thing. The x is 90 minus theta. The x is 90 degree minus 30. That's 60. Yes. So that's the formula actually. So it means when I write 90 minus theta, please be careful. Please be careful. 90 minus theta, you don't need to learn by heart. What? Here. Sine theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. Please don't learn by heart. I don't want this. Don't learn. Sometimes you also write negative value. No, you don't need. What's the problem actually? What you can do when you write here sine theta, okay, what do you mean by 90 minus theta? 90 minus theta means you're talking about this angle. This angle, yes, very simple. So it means when I write here sine 90 minus theta, you don't need to worry about. Don't need to worry about, just do one thing. Sine 90 minus theta means we are talking about this part, this side. When theta is there, 90 minus theta is x. And don't worry to learn from here this what is the relation between sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. No, don't worry about it. What you have to do, sine 90 minus theta means according to this part is 90 minus theta. So what is the ratio of sine? Opposite upon hypotenuse. I will write b upon c. That's very simple. When you write cos 90 minus theta, what you will write? Cos 90 minus theta, don't worry to learn the relation, just 90 minus theta is this part, and according to cos this part, a upon c. I'm writing a upon c, and we are talking about when we are doing 90 minus theta. Really, you don't need to learn the relation, and then sometimes we write a negative cos. Okay, what is that? I would like to discuss with you. 90 minus theta, this b upon a, and that's here written this. That's here b upon a, and we have done all are same. But here is a upon b. We write also 1 upon cot, and we don't need to do that. Here the second most important part, what I'm waiting for. This is the most important part. Please, I need your attention now for this part. Please learn carefully. I'm talking about this angle y, obtuse angle. This angle y. Actually, what? There is a relation. Is a fixed ratio when we are writing sine y, and the relation is from here. The sine theta and the sine y are always equal. So I can write this is sine as whatever the sine y is equals to sine theta. So when is equals to sine theta, so the sine y will be equals to a upon c. A upon c. Okay, cos y. And you will understand why this cos y becoming negative in the next part when you're talking about the basic angle and the general angle. Cos y is always equals to negative cos theta. Even you don't need to learn this negative cos theta, it is automatically will have the negative sign when you move further. I will explain you. Okay, when I want to make it same, fix cos y is equals to cos theta, but the negative sign. Okay, but the negative sign means b upon c, but minus b upon c. Okay, and when I write 10y is also negative and is also tan theta. It means whatever the sine theta is, sine y is same. Whatever the cos theta is, cos y is same, but the negative sign. Whatever the cos or tan theta is, tan y is same, but with the negative sign. So this will minus a upon b. Okay, when we have understood that's the relation between the obtuse angle ratio and the acute angle, the adjacent angle ratio is here. Like we have some relation, but actually just observe one thing. What is here? What is this equals to? This y is what? Which angle? When this is 30 degree, what is y? Y will be what? 150 degrees. So it means what the relation? This is a straight line angle and this is 180 degree. So I would like to write one more thing here, and that's very important here now. That's very important part. That was my target to achieve. Okay, what's my target? I'm talking about this sine. What is sine y? Can we write the y is equals to 180 minus theta? Can we write? Yes. So it means whenever they ask to write what's the ratio of sine 180 minus theta, it means I will write sine y is 180 minus theta. Sine y is 180 minus theta means I will write only sine y. Sine y, and sine y is equals to a upon c. When I want to find cos 180 minus theta, whatever the angle, 180 minus theta, the cos y is negative cos theta. Negative cos theta is b upon c. And the tan theta will be same as this theta, but we need negative sign, and that's coming a upon b. And that's very important part, and it means when you are talking about 90 minus theta, you will move to this angle, and that you can use by trigonometric ratio by using a triangle. But when you use 180 minus theta, then we have to take the help from the theta, like sine is same, cos is negative, tan is negative. Okay, I'm moving to some questions from the book. Like first question. Okay, this is very simple. There is no problem to do this part. Just we need to find the cos theta, sine theta, and tan theta. I'm just doing a part. Okay, cos theta, sine theta, and tan theta. Cos theta, according to theta, cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. When we have this, we can use Pythagoras Theorem to find x, and x will be coming 5. Like you can use Pythagoras Theorem, x square equals to 3 square plus 4 square, and then you will have x equals to 25, and under 25 is 5. Okay, this is 5. So it means the cos is 3 upon 5, sine theta is 4 upon 5, and tan theta is 4 upon 3, and that's it. Okay, I'm moving to question number 2. In this part also there is no problem. It's very simple. Like as I'm doing the books questions, so I have to explain something. Like question 2, cos theta is 8 upon 17. Cos theta is 8 upon 17 adjacent upon hypotenuse, 8 upon 17. So when you have 8 upon 17, you can make the square 17 square is equals to 8 square and plus x square. You can make it x, and by using this you can find the value of x, and you can write all the ratio sine. So I think so that's coming 17 square minus 8 square, and then the root is coming 15. Yeah. So when x is 15, when we found x is 15, so it means the sine will be 15 upon 8. Yes, I think so. Yes, 15 upon 8. And 10 will be tan theta is 15 upon, sorry, this is 15 upon 17, and this is 15 upon 8. And by this way, like we have done the A part. Then B part, what you have to do, again you have to write here according to tan theta 1 upon 2, according to tan theta where is opposite and adjacent, 1 is there, 2 is there, so you can do the calculation and so on. I think so there is no problem. Okay, this part I'm talking about, like according to this part, sine theta 1 upon 2, what do you have to do? First of all, you have to make a right angle triangle. First of all, when you have a right angle triangle, after this right angle triangle, what you can do, then you can write this, which angle is angle theta. This is angle theta, this is 90 degree. So sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. This is 1 and this is 2. So if this is x, so by this way you can find 2 square is equals to 1 square plus x square. Then you can write this is 2 square is 4, and this is 1, and this is x square. So x square is equals to under root 3, and that's your value, under root 3. So when you know the value of all the parts of the triangle, all the sides of the triangle, there is no problem. Now what we are finding here, we are finding sine theta multiplied by cos 90 minus theta. So I don't need to learn by heart what is equals to cos 90 minus theta. No. What do you have to do? Sine theta is 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2, that's here, multiplied by cos 90 minus theta means you are talking about this angle. This is 90 minus theta. So according to this angle, this theta, this angle 90 minus theta, what is cos? Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse, 1 upon 2. So this 1 upon 4, and that's your answer. This is very simple. You don't need to learn by heart this, what is cos 90 minus theta equals to. Okay, I am moving to the next part. This next part is about, again, the 10a is this. So I need a right angle triangle. I need a right angle triangle, so I think it's better to make here. Better to make a right angle triangle here. Okay, 90 degree. Okay, 10a. When we have nothing here, this upon 1. So according to this angle A, okay, this is, again I have to make this triangle, sorry. This is here. This is here. Not easy to use technology in online classes. This looks like easy. A, B and C. So now, according to angle A, 10 is opposite upon adjacent. This is 2 upon 1. So if this is x, so what you can do, you can find x square equals to 2 square plus 1 square. Pythagoras Theorem. 2 square is 4 plus 1, that's 5, and x is coming under root 5. So when the value of x is under root 5, what you can do? You can find 10a plus 10 90 degree minus a. Again, my target is what is, you don't need to learn by heart what is 90 minus a equals to. 10a is equals to 2. It's given. 10 90 minus a means you're talking about this part, just this part. According to this angle B, 90 minus a, opposite upon adjacent, 1 upon 2. So when you add it, and that's your answer, like 2 is coming, 5 upon 2 or 2.5 you can write that. Basic angle? No. General angle? Now, what is the difference between the basic angle and the general angle? Today I am going to discuss with you. It's a very interesting topic. Yeah. I would like to say something about the basic angle first. Basic angle, normally we write with the sine alpha. And the general angle we write normally theta or x or any other, like there is no problem, you can write theta or x, but according to the books we are writing theta or x as a general angle. Okay, now what we can do now, this was the difference between basic angle and the general angle we are going to discuss. Yes, that's very interesting and very important part in trigonometric, basically in advanced level of trigonometry. Okay, the first thing is very important. This was the range of the angles range. Was the range, was the maximum value and was the minimum value. Range of the angle, the basic angle range is always from 0 degree to 90 degree. I mean, that's not equal to 90, that's not equal to 0. Like more than 0 and less than 90, it means it always make an angle of acute, that's acute angle. Okay, just I'm writing acute angle. Okay, second, the range here for the general angle is what? Unlimited. I mean, it can be negative, it can be positive, so I can even write 0 to infinity, yeah, or it can be also in negative side, yeah. So it means there is no range. It can be negative, it can be positive. Second thing to understand, what is the nature? Nature means just I would like to say nature means negative or positive. I have already discussed here the nature. Okay, the nature of the basic angle is always positive. This is very important. Always positive. We cannot write negative here. Okay, but the nature of the general angle can be negative or it can be positive. But how it goes, I would like to explain here with the direction. How to direction, because of the direction, we decide the angle is negative or positive. Okay, I would like to start from here. When we move clockwise from x-axis, this is very important, I'm writing x-axis, and I will write this was the method to find the basic angle and the general angle, and I have to use the x-axis. Clockwise from x-axis means when I draw a simple axis here, and this axis means this is x-axis, and from x-axis when I move clockwise means like this, it can be like this, there's no problem, we can move number of times, we can rotate, but this direction from x-axis clockwise is always considered negative. Please, clockwise negative, but when we move anti-clockwise from x-axis is always considered positive. Like here from x-axis, this is I would like to say something about the basic angle first. Basic angle normally we write with the sine alpha on, and the general angle we write normally theta or x or any other, like there is no problem, you can write theta or x, but according to the books we are writing theta or x as a general angle. Okay, now what we can do now, this was the difference between basic angle and the general angle we are going to discuss. Yes, that's very interesting and very important part in trigonometric, basically in advanced level of trigonometry. Okay, the first thing is very important. This was the range of the both the angles range. What's the range? What's the maximum value and what's the minimum value? Range of the angle. The basic angle range is always from 0 degree to 90 degree. I mean, that's not equal to 90, that's not equal to 0. Like more than 0 and less than 90, it means it always make an angle of acute, that's acute angle. Okay, this I'm writing acute angle. Okay, second, the range here for the general angle is what? Unlimited. I mean, it can be negative, it can be positive, so I can even write 0 to infinity, yeah, or it can be also in negative side, yeah. So it means there is no range. It can be negative, it can be positive. Second thing to understand, what is the nature? Nature means just I would like to say nature means negative or positive. I have already discussed here the nature. Okay, the nature of the basic angle is always positive. This is very important. Always positive. We cannot write negative here. Okay, but the nature of the general angle can be negative or it can be positive. But how it goes, I would like to explain here with the direction. How to, like direction, because of the direction we decide the angle is negative or positive. Okay, I would like to start from here. When we move clockwise from x-axis, this is very important, I'm writing x-axis, and I will write this was the method to find the basic angle and the general angle, and I have to use the x-axis. Clockwise from x-axis means when I draw a simple axis here, and this axis means this is x-axis, and from x-axis when I move clockwise means like this, it can be like this, there's no problem, we can move number of times, we can rotate, but this direction from x-axis clockwise is always considered negative. Please, clockwise negative, But when we move anti-clockwise from x-axis, is always considered positive. Like here, from x-axis, this is positive. For example, this angle is 60 degrees, so this general angle is 60. Sometimes here, if this is 70 degrees, this will be 20. So from here to here, this is 90 plus 20 is 110. That's your positive angle, because we are moving anti-clockwise. But here, the direction, no restriction. Even you move clockwise or anti-clockwise, it is always positive, because it's always positive. But what's the method to find the angle? This is very important now. Method. What's the method? I'm writing here. The method is, this is measured from nearest x-axis. Nearest x-axis. No problem, negative or positive, but we always like measure from the nearest x-axis. I will give the example here. Okay, just for example, I would like to give here. For example, I am drawing here one angle of 40 degree, a line, and second here this is about 60 degrees. Okay, this is we will also discuss about the quadrants of this Cartesian figure, like what where we have the quadrants. This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, then we have the third quadrant, and then we have the fourth quadrant. I will discuss after this topic. The method is what, that I have to move like nearest x-axis means this line has the nearest axis is here, so this is your basic angle, 40 degree, here positive. When I move to this line, nearest x-axis of this line is not this, nearest x-axis is this one, yeah. Now I am moving anti-clockwise, if I move also clockwise, there is no problem. The angle, basic angle is 60 degree for this part, because nearest x-axis. But when I'm talking about the general angle is what, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now you have to decide, or it will be given in the exam, or it will be given in the paper or in the book, that we have to find the angle negative clockwise or anti-clockwise. That will be given. But normally I would like to use, the positive, anti-clockwise. Okay, the method is what, we can move clockwise or anti-clockwise, but always from positive x-axis. Please do not forget this. This is very important part. We have to move from the positive x-axis. So it means the first here, in the first quadrant, this part, we have the quadrants here, right? First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. We are having four quadrants, right? In this part, what is the general angle? Okay, general angle here, always move from positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis. Yeah? And positive x-axis, I want to move anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise, this angle is here, this is 40 degree. So I will write the theta is 40 degree. But when I'm talking about this line, I will use from the positive x-axis here till here. Yeah? And then 180 plus 60 is 240, and that's your general angle. Okay, I would like to use like an example here, like which will explain you everything, that's how we can distinguish between the basic angle and the general angle. Okay. I would like to draw first of all here axes. Okay. Then I would like to draw here four angles. The first angle is here. second angle I can draw here from this point. Here is okay. Then we have third angle in the third quadrant. Then we have fourth angle in the fourth quadrant. Yes, okay, that's here. Okay. Y-axis positive, x-axis positive, x-axis negative, and y-axis negative. Okay. We can decide this angle is 30 degrees. This angle is about 40 here with y-axis. This is here about 60 degrees, and this angle is about 40 degrees. Okay, this is very good example that we can understand what is the difference between the basic angle and the general angle. Okay, in the first quadrant, I'm moving in the first quadrant now. In the first quadrant, what is the alpha, the basic angle? Basic angle. What's the basic angle definition? Always positive, acute angle, and always from the nearest x-axis. So your basic angle is here, 30 degrees. Yeah, basic angle is 30 degrees. Okay, when I move to the second quadrant here, second quadrant, alpha in the second quadrant. What's the method? From the nearest x-axis, and it can be clockwise or anti-clockwise, it's always positive. So that's why this angle, when we have this 90 minus 40 is 50, when this is 50, so it means your alpha is 50 degrees. Yes, I'm moving to the third quadrant now. Third quadrant here, like again we are finding, I'm writing all the basic angle first. Basic angle definition is what? From the nearest x-axis. Okay, nearest x-axis is here, and that's 60 degrees, and I'm writing here alpha is 60 degrees. Then I'm moving to the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, again, what's the alpha? Alpha is from the nearest x-axis, means this is the nearest x-axis, and that's 40 degrees. So we have done, first of all, the basic angles all are acute angle, and all are nearest to the nearest x-axis. I mean, from it can be positive, it can be negative. I have done it with this red line. Okay, now I want to move with the general angle. Okay, there are two possibilities of general angle here in the first quadrant, because when I move clockwise and I move anti-clockwise and clockwise. So first of all, I'm moving anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise, I'm writing this theta 1 is anti-clockwise. Here theta 1 is anti-clockwise. Here theta 1 is anti-clockwise, and here theta 1 is anti-clockwise. This is very important example we can use. Okay, theta 1 for the first quadrant, when I move the anti-clockwise, and is always from the positive x-axis, not nearest x-axis. This positive x-axis. So first this line, I will move here. This is 30 degrees. So it means the first anti-clockwise general angle is 30 degrees, same. So we can do one thing, we can write one statement here. In the first quadrant, I'm writing in the first quadrant, theta is always equals to alpha. Like I would like to write here with different color. Theta is always equals to alpha. This is the rule. Yeah. Moving to second quadrant, I'm finding theta 1, and we know the angle is always from the positive x-axis and anti-clockwise. So I have to move from here till here. Okay, I'm moving till here. What are the measurements from this point to this point? You can see 90 plus 40 is 130. Okay, I'm writing 130. If I write 130 degrees, can we make a relation here like as we have made here? Yes, the relation is what? This 50 should be minus from 180. 180 minus 50 is 130. So the rule we found here, this theta, the general angle in the second quadrant is always 180 minus alpha, and this is the rule. We can make a formula like in the first quadrant, theta is always equals to alpha, both the same. and second is 180 minus alpha. Okay, I'm moving to the third part here. In the third part, I have to move to find basic general angle. Always move from positive x-axis. So I will move from here. Yes, the total measurement is coming from 180 plus 60, and you can see 60 is alpha, yeah, and alpha was here 50. That's why 180 minus alpha. Alpha is 60. So what we can write? First of all, I'm writing the answer. The answer is coming 180 plus 60 is 240. So what's the rule we have to write? The formula we can write here. The theta is always equals to 180 with alpha sign. So 180 degrees plus alpha, and that's the rule. We can make a formula. Okay, we're moving to the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, I will move from positive x-axis to like anti-clockwise till here. Okay, till here. And what you can say, the basic angle is 40 degree. So when I want to find this length, this size, it means I have to write 360 minus 40, because total angle is 360 degree. 360 minus 40 is coming 320. So I will write 320. 320. So if this is 320 degrees, it means what's the rule we can write for this part? That the theta is always equals to 360 degree minus alpha for the fourth quadrant. I mean, these are the rules we can, and I will write it. Okay, now I'm moving to theta 2. The theta 2 is, this is anti-clockwise and theta 2 is clockwise. Okay, clockwise. This is, again, be careful. Okay, theta 2 clockwise. It means for theta 2, and we know to find the general angle, we always move from the positive x-axis, and we cannot move from nearest x-axis. We have to move from positive x-axis. Okay, from this point, I am moving from x-axis, positive x-axis. I want to move for the first here, and I want to move from here to this line, but this is anti-clockwise. Clockwise, it means I have to move like this. So what are you observing here? You can see, and this angle is always negative. This is angle negative, so what you can write? 360 minus what? Total angle is 360, but minus 30 is coming what? 330. But I will write minus 330. Reason is what? Because this is clockwise, and clockwise is always negative. Okay, this part, for this line, I have to move from positive x-axis like this. Yeah. Again, what is going here? Like in this, we can write 180 plus 50. So 180 plus 50 means what you can write? 180 plus 50 is coming 230. But what you will write? You will write negative sign, because you're moving clockwise. Okay. Again here, the clockwise still here. What you can write? 180 minus 60 is 120, and minus 120 you can write. Like, you can do the subtraction first, and then you can do the negative sign, apply the negative sign here. This is what? Minus 40. And that's your basic angle and the general angle in terms of alpha, theta. It can be x like theta, the general angle. And that's very important, like example for the basic and general angle. So you have seen the explanation. I hope this you understood. Now we are moving to the question about the basic angles and the general angles. State the quadrants of the angle theta and find the value of the basic angle alpha if this is okay. In this part, what you have to do, you need to draw like axes first of all. Like in axes, you have to decide where is 250 degrees. This is general angle and this is positive. I told you, when the general angle is positive, means you have to move anti-clockwise from positive x-axis. This is positive x-axis, and I have to move like this. Yes, this direction. But one thing, 90 degree is still here, then 180 degree. So it means and this is 90 degree. Then we have 180 degrees. Then we have 270 degrees, and then 360 degrees. Again, when we move complete rotation, one complete rotation. So theta 250 degree will be coming 100% here. So it means in the third quadrant when I draw, that will be just estimated here, it's 250 degree. Okay, and this is your first line I have drawn for the theta A part. This is 250 degrees. So which quadrant is this? We are in third quadrant first of all, and the value of alpha is always nearest x-axis. It cannot be negative, is always positive, and this angle when you consider this 180 and this 250 degrees, so that will be about 70 degrees, yes, because this is 180 degrees till here, so that will be 70, that's 250. So alpha is 70 degrees. Okay, moving to part B. When B part, again we need axes. I would like to do it little fast because all questions are similar here, but 390 degrees. 390 means what we are doing here, this is 90 degree, 180, 270, 360, and then so on. So from positive x-axis, from 0 degree, I have done the one rotation, 360 degree. And 360 and 390 means 100% I am moving to again first quadrant. So it means when I, after one rotation of 360 degree, I will also move till here. This 360 and 360, what to add here to get 90? Just 30 degrees. So this is 30 degree. So the alpha, in second part, we are standing in the first quadrant, and the alpha of this part is 30 degrees, and so on. Okay, what about minus? I'm just doing C part here. Part C, what we can do? In C part, minus 60 degree. It means from, this is general angle, and from x-axis positive, I have to move, negative means I have to move clockwise. And when I move clockwise, this is like here, this is minus 90 degree, then minus 180 degree. So it means minus 90 means when I move here, 60 is here, it means this is the line. So minus 60 degree. So we are standing in C part, we are standing in fourth quadrant, and the alpha of the fourth quadrant is positive 60 degree because theta is negative, but alpha is always positive, and I think so, and 100 will be going, I think so, in the third quadrant, and you can do it, I think so. It's so easy. Okay, interesting. This part, what we're doing here, we can do in the A part this, find the value of the angle theta. I have done in the first quadrant both the relation between the basic angle and general angle. In the first quadrant, I have discussed and I have made the formula. The first quadrant, theta is always equals to alpha. Where is that actually? I think so, no. In the first part, we are studying in second quadrant. In second quadrant, what? Theta is always equals to 180 minus alpha. And third quadrant is equals to, I'm just writing this formula, 180 plus alpha. In the fourth quadrant, I'm writing 360 minus alpha, and please just remember this. Okay, here, what we are doing here we can do, like theta is 180 minus 50 is coming 130 degrees. Very simple, value of theta. B part, we are just moving like this, 360 minus 60 is 300. And that's very simple, there is no problem. Okay, direction is anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise is coming 180 plus 30 is 210, and that's it. But here is moving clockwise. So clockwise means, first of all, what do you have to do? Just minus from 180. 180 minus 45 is 135, then just minus 135. It's a very simple way to write. Yes, direction is important here. Okay, this type of example I have already given in my explanation, but just one part I'm doing. Part A, this, we have all the angles here. Yes. I find all the angles between 0 to 360 degree. One rotation is required. Basic angle alpha is given. What's a basic angle? When we have a basic angle means this is a basic angle. Basic angle is here. Basic angle is here. And all basic angles are equal. So I just making basic angle is always with the x-axis. So what you can write, the basic angle is 20 with x-axis, and we are writing all the angles. Okay, in the first quadrant theta equals to alpha is 20 degrees. In second quadrant theta is equals to 180 minus alpha is 160 degrees. In third quadrant the theta is equals to 180 plus alpha is 200 degrees. 180 plus 20. And the fourth quadrant the alpha equals to theta equals to 360 minus alpha is 340 degrees. That's very simple. Do the other parts. I think so there's no problem. Okay, this type of questions, when you move, like when you will do the whole Atmas book and moving to the past paper question, then it's very important. But I will try to explain what do you mean by that. But this type of questions are not easy. Like when we have angle also negative, but I will try my best to explain. Okay, let's see. Find all the angles between minus 180 and 180. There is a method I would like to use here, and with the basic angle of 10 degree. Okay, what I'm doing here, first of all, I am drawing the basic angle in all quadrants. Yeah, like 10 degrees. Without that I cannot work. 10 degrees, then I have to move forward. And what's the logic and how many possible angles are there? That's also interesting here. Okay, what I have to do, I'm writing all the basic angle 10 degrees. 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Okay, what's my method actually? What I do here, like normally, minus 180 and 180. What is the middle value between minus 180 and 180? That's 0. So I divide this part into two ranges, like from from 0 degree to 180 degree, and from 0 degree to minus 180 degree. It means this is I'm moving anti-clockwise, and this I'm moving clockwise. This is the way you can get the answer. There is no problem. Yes, how you can work on it, now let's see. Okay, working for this, I'm moving to first phase. 0 to 180 degree means anti-clockwise, and there will be only two quadrants, first quadrant and second quadrant, because 180 degree. Okay, in the first part theta is equals to alpha. That is, we have done it because we know in the first quadrant theta equals to alpha, and in second quadrant theta is equals to 180 minus alpha is 170 degree. There is no problem in the first part, but then in the second part we are having minus 180, 0 to minus 180 clockwise. So clockwise means from the positive x-axis I am moving like clockwise here, and till here is minus 180. So it means we have fourth and third quadrant, means third and fourth quadrant we have again now. Okay, now what is the method, how you can do it? Just simply, what do you have to do? You have to simply apply here. What's your angle, first angle in the fourth quadrant? Basic angle is 10 degrees, but when you move clockwise, this is minus 10. So your theta is minus 10 degrees. The first angle is done, very simple. And second angle, I have to move till here, and normally just what you have to do, just simple do the subtraction from 180 is coming 170. So what you will like, theta is, just write minus sign. So that's the way that you have done, and we are having 4 results of this question. You have to divide the angle into 2 parts, negative part and positive parts. Okay, this is the difficult part I have found. Okay, let's see what's going on in question number 11, the star question, and what we can do. Given minus 360 degree A and 720 degree, it means I have to divide this into 2 parts, positive rotation and negative rotation. From 0 degree to 720 degrees means you are having 2 rotations, but anti-clockwise. Okay, positive. And from here 360 degrees, 0 to 360 degrees minus 360 degrees, it means you have just one rotation. One rotation but clockwise. So it means there are like okay, but here something like given second quadrant and angle alpha. Okay, I will draw the angle. The angle, basic angle is, I would like to explain, this is not easy when you have started trigonometry chapter 10. Not easy, but I will try my best to explain you that how can we work on it. Alpha is 180 degree. Find all the values of A if A is in the second quadrant. Okay, second quadrant means just I'm moving the A part, not B and C. Alpha second quadrant is here, and this alpha is 80 degrees. Alpha is always from positive x-axis. Okay, this is alpha second quadrant. We are doing A part. Okay. Now what we can do when we are talking about the positive angle, okay. Positive angle means clockwise. From the positive x-axis, I am talking about the first part. Okay, this first part. The first part, how many? Only one angle is given, basic angle, and I have to move. First rotation, anti-clockwise. First rotation is what? 180 minus 80. The first theta, the first angle is coming, angle A is coming. 180 minus 80 is 100 degrees. We have done it. There is no problem. This is the first angle. Okay. Then we have done the one rotation. One rotation when I move from here till here, this one rotation, there is no other angle lying on our path. So what we can do after one rotation, second rotation is here. Okay, this is very simple. What you have to do here, like from this point to this point, this is 360 degree. Here till here 360. And what is this angle? This angle is same as you have found in first part. So the method is what you have to do when you have second rotation. What you have to do, just simple, add 360 with this 100, and you're coming 460. That will looks like that little complicated, but just start it, because when you have done so many things like differentiation and sketches, then you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, now we have done. Then if I move one third rotation, I don't need to move to the third rotation. Two rotations enough. Now I am moving to the negative angle, negative rotation clockwise. Okay. Now clockwise, I will move from like this. And how many rotations required? We can do just one rotation here. On my path, do I have an angle? Yes, there's the angle. So I can move till here. First, you can do just positive working. Don't worry about it. Just do the positive working. What? Positive working means 180 plus 80 is, you can write 260. But when you, I'm writing 180 plus 680 degrees is coming 260. But what you will write? You will write negative sign. And you don't need to do this calculation show, just write negative sign, and that's enough, because it's clockwise rotation. This is the way that you can work for the B part and C part the same way. And when you get the right answer, please write in my comment. And when you think this is useful for you, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends, and please press the bell icon so that you can receive my new videos. And please also comment is very important here. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.